talking about the Sermon on the Mount, okay? Last week we talked about alms and tithes, okay? We've got tithes, so like with alms and doing good deeds for people, okay? This is another view of one of the structures over by Capernaum. And I want to point out this address at the bottom. I do this for legal purposes. If somebody were to come and say, well, you're using stuff, you're using pictures that I have a license for, and I haven't given you permission to share them. Okay, but I'm in college, okay? We've learned that if I just put the reference down here, I'm not taking credit, I'm showing you, here's where you can find the picture yourself. So I'm not hiding anything, not concealing anything, everything's right out there. If you pull up this web address on the computer, it's going to take you to a page of that picture. Now, on this particular page, there's going to be more pictures, but you're going to be able to find that one. You're going to be able to find out, everything you need to know about it that they have on there. I don't know that it says exactly who did it. It looks like this probably says it. Buying Farm Tours, something like that. Confirmed article, .com. And so, yeah, anyways, for legal purposes, I thought I would point that out. Okay, this is one of the pictures. Come on in. I haven't been around to shake hands, so.
Close the door all the way, hon.
Huh?
Jeanette, close the door all the way, please.
Thank you. All right. You know I record this, right?
I walked through.
Well, no, it's more on you. Do we have your permission to record? Because you're in it.
She won't
Do
care.
I have a choice?
She's fine.
Actually, you do. You don't want to.
You don't mind. You don't mind, do you? No, I didn't think so.
Thank you. All right. The next picture we're going to show is this one. This is actually the synagogue or church, in their case, school and church all in one at Capernaum. They've reconstructed it. When they started it, all this column here and column, these columns are laying down. They reconstructed it. And they're not done yet, they're still working on it. And here's the web address for that. If you had been here listening at the time, this might have been what you would have seen. It would have been the building complete, of course, but they give you an idea of what it looked like. And here's another one. You can see on the edge where they have seating. People sat along here. I don't know if people sat up here and put their feet down here, or I don't know how big it is. I'm going to guess that's what happened. They sat up here and put their feet down here. And other people, maybe the shorter people, would have stepped down here on the bottom. That's a guess. I don't know. It could be short, could be tall. All right. So our main part of the lesson here. This is our setting. This is where we're at. Okay. This is what we're looking at. Either this temple or the fields of Israel. This is in Matthew chapter 6, verses 5 and 6. And this is talking about prayer. When thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and in the corners of the streets, that they may be seen of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. But thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet, and when thou shalt shut thy door, pray to thy Father which is in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. I'm going to break this down just a little bit and bring it all together in the end. The word hypocrite. This is Strong's number 5273. And in the Greek lexicon is the word hypocrite. I didn't get the I in there, but it has an upside down slanted T over the E, which specifically in this verse means a counterfeit. Does everybody know what a counterfeit is?
Yeah.
Okay, we got one person that does. Okay. It's a man who assumes or speaks under a feigned character. Let me explain. If I were to walk in here and I were to say, I'm Ida Dean, it's nice to meet you. I'm counterfeiting, I'm impersonating her, okay? If somebody were to walk in here and say they were me, and obviously they're not, they're counterfeiting me. And a similar thing that comes to mind is money. Sometimes people counterfeit money. Still legal? But sometimes they do it. So, can we tie this together here in a minute? That's what a hypocrite is. The word seen in the last verse we looked at is the Strong's number 5316. And in the Greek lexicon is the word phano. It has an apostrophe over the I and a line over the O, which specifically in this verse means to appear or seem. I may appear to some people to be arrogant. I may seem arrogant. Others I may seem humble. Depends on who you talk to. Not everybody's going to like hear my preaching. Some people like it, some people don't. Now we're going to title this, I'm sorry, got one more here. Yeah, I gotta go back to the top. I forgot to put the word in this one.
Closet.
Okay, I covered hypocrites and seeing, now I gotta do closet. That's the word I forgot was closet. The word closet in the Strong's is the Strong's number 5009. It is not in the Greek lexicon, so I could not look it up there, but it is in the Strong's 5009. It is the Greek word temonian, I'm guessing, with down pointing arrows over the E and over the O. This word is akin to tomois, which in turn is akin to know, with the downward arrow over the E right here and the line over the O up here. And this word means a chamber on the ground floor or interior of an oriental house. This chamber generally is used for storage or privacy. Now I'm going to put everything together. When thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites, the counterfeits, a man who assumes or speaks under a feigned character. You should not be as they are. For they love praying, standing in the synagogues and in the corners of the streets, that they may be seen, to appear, or seem to appear of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. I'll explain that here in a second. I'm not going to explain it now. If I'm on a street corner, okay, and I claim that I'm a jewelry salesman, and I've got all this jewelry inside my coat, okay, I'll give you this piece of jewelry which is behind me. It's worth $2 million, but I'll give it to you for $200. You ever seen vendors like that on the street? Okay. They're counterfeiting. He's not really a jewelry salesman. The jewelry may be for a pawn shop you picked up for $5. You give him $200, he's gonna make $195. No, I don't have any idea where it's from. That's an idea of counterfeit. If I'm in church, okay, and I'm up here, in the worship service doing all this number, okay, look at me, I'm really something. And I'm doing it to impress people. If I'm genuine, if I'm really worshiping the Lord, it's okay. If I'm not, if I'm just doing it for show, that's a problem. That's why I'm a hypocrite. There's in the Webster's Dictionary, hypocrite is literally an actor. Back in Bible times, they actually had stages and amphitheaters, similar to the theaters we have now. They had it built into the ground. and but people come out on stage and they actually acted out plays. So they were an actor, they were a hypocrite, they were acting the part that they were not actually. Just like we go to a movie theater to see movies, people we pay big money, okay, to go see someone act like something they're not. It's entertaining. And they do it to where we get into the plot, we get into the characters, and we remember that. It's a real moneymaker these days. I don't go to movies anymore. I don't even watch them at home anymore. It's just, I'm like, it's all an act. I'm really, not interested. Now that it's a Bible story being acted out, yeah, I'll watch it.
Excuse me.
Because they're telling the Bible story. They're talking about the Lord, talking about Jesus, so I'll listen to that. Verse 6, be thou when thou prayest, enter into thy closet, a chamber on the ground floor or interior of the oriental house. This chamber generally is used for storage of privacy. And when thou hast shut thy door, pray to thy Father which is in secret, and thy Father which sees in secret shall reward thee openly. Okay, in a nursing home, you're not going to have a lot of places you can go for privacy. The idea of privacy that I can think of is going to be one or two places. Either you pull your curtain around your bed and you pray silently, okay, while you're in bed, or when you're in the restroom, and you pray to pull the curtain off there, you're going to pray silently, okay? If you pray out loud, people are going to hear you. So unless there's a closet here, which there might be, where they will let you go in and pray privately, and that's up to them. Not that I know of, I don't believe they do. Anyway, so, since there's no privacy here, you use what you've got. Your bed, or the toilet, either way, you're gonna have to pray silently. That is something you have no control over. Notice that. If you pray, He will still honor that. The other exception to the rule, if you will, is in here when we can pray openly. Okay. Let's see if I missed anything here. Any questions on this? I didn't explain it nearly as well as I wanted to, but I hope you understand. The most important thing is, don't pray, don't sit out here in the hallway and say your prayers publicly. That's showing people, I'm praying, look at me, I'm a godly person. Now, when we're coming around and visiting with people, I don't care who's around. I don't care what you do, and I don't care what you think of me. If you don't like me, sorry. I'm gonna focus on this person. If they need prayer, I'm gonna pray and I'm gonna stand out loud. If you don't like what I'm saying, walk away. I'm not gonna shove it down your throat. I'm praying for them, I'm praying to Him for them. And it's not open for discussion. This person requests prayer, I'm gonna pray. Now, if they don't want prayer, I'm not gonna force it on them. The Holy Spirit is always a perfect gentleman. He will never, ever force you to do something you don't want to do. Salvation doesn't cost you anything except surrender. Baptism of the Holy Spirit is free. It won't cost you anything but surrender. And baptism of the Holy Spirit is real. Make no mistake about that, it's real. I've experienced that personally. Okay? He's as real. Jesus is real, the Holy Spirit is real, and God the Father is real. And they all work in unison. When you get saved, you ask Jesus into your heart, and the Holy Spirit comes to live inside you. When you get into the baptism of the Holy Spirit, you're praying to Jesus. Okay? You're asking Jesus to touch you, and the Holy Spirit will come in. Okay? They all, when you're receiving all of them, not just part of it. How that works, I do not know. So
Very cool.
Any questions? Okay.
No good.